Welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the most important events of the day. I'm your host, Ilham. President İlham signed an executive order on some measures in respect to the continuation of reconstruction of some highways on the territory of Sabile district of Baku. According to the executive order, 1,200,000 manats are allocated to Azərbaycan Avtomobil Yolları State Agency towards that end. First Vice President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Mehriban Aliyeva, made a post on her official Instagram page on acts of vandalism committed by Armenians against the people of Azerbaijan. The post says, "Stop Armenian terrorism." On the afternoon of October 16th, it was observed that the Armenian armed forces, using military vehicles, assembled additional military personnel and 4 artillery weapons to their positions stationed opposite to the Azerbaijan army units in the Daşkəsən direction. The Ministry of Defense stated that the Armenian military political leadership bears the entire responsibility for the tension that may arise in the region. The information disseminated by the Armenian side on October 16th that the Azerbaijan army units allegedly subjected to fire the Armenian armed forces units does not reflect reality and is completely false. The Defense Ministry categorically denied this information. 144 more mines were discovered in the liberated territories. This is stated in the information of the Mine Action Agency. It is reported that from October 10th to 15th, 33 anti-personnel, 111 anti-tank mines, and 271 pieces of unexploded ordnance were neutralized. During this period, 435 hectares of land were cleared. Armenia should avoid fake pretexts to evade its commitments under trilateral statement to link all 2 railroads through the Zengezur corridor, noted Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Azerbaijan in a response to a post of Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan regarding the Zengezur corridor. It's emphasized that suggesting 3 unrealistic options of checkpoints for connectivity, ignoring 20 months-long discussions, is not a good policy. The ministry issued a statement in response to recent social media footage of extremist Armenians destroying Azerbaijani cemeteries. These video clips, in which acts of vandalism are performed against Azerbaijani graves with derogatory attitudes and gravestones are smashed by trucks, are yet another glaring indication of Armenia's long-standing strategy of destroying Azerbaijani heritage. The circulating video clips plainly demonstrate why Armenia is opposed to the international mission's arrival in the region. These acts of vandalism committed by extremist Armenians constitute a setback to the fragile post-conflict normalization process between the 2 countries, the statement stressed. Azerbaijan collected and documented the vandalism acts depicted in videos and images and carried out appropriate procedures to hold Armenia accountable for the massive destruction it inflicted in the liberated territories. The international community must not remain silent in the face of Armenia's atrocities, not just against Azerbaijan's cultural legacy, but also against the heritage of humanity, the ministry emphasized. On September 17th, the 2nd anniversary of the liberation of Füzuli region from occupation is marked. The Füzuli operation went down in history as one of the most important battles of the Azerbaijani army in the Second Karabakh War on the southeastern front. The enemy was forced to flee the battlefield, losing a lot of manpower and equipment.
Ali Başkomandanın rəhbərliyi altında Füzuli şəhərində Azərbaycanın 3 rəngli bayrağı qaldırıldı. Qarabağ Azərbaycandır.
The breaking of several defense lines of Füzuli's former line of contact created ample opportunities for the Azerbaijan army to advance along the southern front. Previously, the transfer of Cəbrayıl and Hadrut to Azerbaijan control made it necessary for the enemy to gather more strength in Füzuli and to keep the place at all costs. In fact, the enemy wanted to organize defense with the help of the military equipment and manpower which was collected in Füzuli. But there was one thing they forgot: no weapon or means could scare or stop the brave sons of Azerbaijan. All this were useless. The Azerbaijan army destroyed the enemy with high professionalism and liberated Füzuli from captivity. Our army attacked the enemy from several directions. As the task was carried out accurately, the number of the servicemen enemy began to decrease and they were forced to retreat. The defense and firing positions of the enemy in the direction of Füzuli was completely destroyed and the units and divisions of our army continued with offensive. Also, the possibility of the enemy's reserve forces to be included in the battle completely decreased. The opposite side, which suffered serious losses in terms of personnel and equipment, began to understand defeat was not inevitable. Ravan Rizayev, an active participant in the battle for the liberation of Füzuli, says that Füzuli battles were very difficult, but we have to win, and we did. Yes, Füzuli is free, and today we celebrate 2 years of its freedom. Even though the enemy didn't leave a single stone intact, destroyed and devastated the place, Füzuli is our ancient homeland for which we sacrifice our lives. Happy freedom of Füzuli.
Agency of State Support to NGOs held an international conference under the title Military Crimes, Attack on Civilians. The participants of the event visited the territory which was subjected to the missiles attack. It was stressed that missile shelling of Ganja, which was dozen kilometers away from the front line by Armenians during the course of the 44-day patriotic war, once more demonstrates their dirty intentions. Before the eyes of the international community, Armenians commit the gravest crimes in the history of mankind. The participants of the conference familiarized themselves with the exhibition of drawings of teenagers about the terror in Ganja. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.